To use ChatGPT effectively, you'll need to know what kinds of tasks it's good for and not good for. Let's start with what it's good for. Remember, ChatGPT generates text based on patterns it learned from vast amounts of data. Its answers are based on probability, so that makes it useful for generating ideas. For example, if you need to write a research paper and you're having trouble coming up with a topic, you can ask ChatGPT to make a list of topics for a paper in your specific subject area. Or if you already have a topic, you can ask it to come up with keywords to use when you search in a library database. It's also good for summarizing and outlining text, explaining information in ways that are easy to understand, and coming up with ideas for jokes, song lyrics, or poetry. It can also help write or debug computer code, which of course you can check for accuracy by running the code. Here's another example. Let's say you need to read a research paper that's outside of your field. You're finding it a bit hard to understand because of specialized jargon. You could copy and paste a paragraph you're struggling with and ask ChatGPT to explain it in a simpler way, like for a high school student. And you can ask it to define any terms you don't understand. What do these things have in common? They all involve doing creative things with text rather than searching for answers like you would with Google. Remember, for factual information, you'll always need to verify what it says because ChatGPT will sometimes make things up. The free version of ChatGPT isn't connected to the internet, so it can't look things up. Also, it was trained on data only up to mid 2021, so it's not good for discussing more current information. So, what else is ChatGPT not good for? To start, it's not good for library research for your academic work. Its tendency to make up facts from time to time makes it unreliable for that. Until that problem is solved or better AI tools come along, it's best to use library research databases or Google Scholar when doing academic research. If you do ask it for a list of sources on a topic, it will give you a list that looks exactly like what you need. However, if you try to find those sources, you'll notice they're fictional. ChatGPT is good at constructing plausible sounding names of authors and journals. It will use a real author who writes on a specific topic, but the article titles are made up. They don't exist. ChatGPT is not grounded in facts. And of course, ChatGPT is also not good for finding facts where incorrect answers would have dire consequences to you, such as health, financial, or legal advice. Now that you know which kinds of tasks are best to use ChatGPT for, you'll need to know some tips for how to enter your information effectively. This is known as prompting, and we'll discuss that in the next section of this tutorial.